Salud.
Salud. ¿Qué onda, mi pinche Cesar?
¿Qué onda, Omar? ¿Cómo andas?
I'm chilling, dog. Damn, these chairs are weird, dog. Look
Yeah, and it's like I'm used to being like this.
Being able to put your arm somewhere y todo. No, pues sí, nos robaron las cosas, mi gente.
Pinches. Nos robaron las dos chairs, beautiful chairs we had.
Los ratas. Yeah, if you guys don't know, we have our vibe here on video where we have like coaches chairs, no? Like player, you're a parent and you pull up those shitty chairs.
Yeah, some lawn chairs.
De la Big Five.
Sí, de la Kmart.
De la Kmart, de la Target. Those plasticky chairs. We use those. And we have them here in the studio, and they got jacked.
Yeah, I left them right by a little storage area we have. And then I go pick them up so we can start our episode. Ya no están.
Ahora, ¿quién se las llevó? ¿Quién se las...? Hay que mochar manos, güey. Aquí hay ratas.
Hay que encontrar al culpable. Ha de ser un Cruz Azulista por ahí.
I'm dead. No, but if you guys are sponsors, if you guys are hearing us and you want to be a sponsor, you guys want to spend $20 max to get us a chair for the podcast, shoot us a message because we're hurting. I mean, these are nice, but
they're not lawn chairs, right?
It's not what we're accustomed to,
sí.
Nosotros, a la buena vida.
Sí, están chidas y todo, pero pues las demás.
We had been talking about upgrading them, and the upgrade that I wanted are the ones that have the cover for the sun, so we can take them to some footy matches too, local footy matches, and have it cover, and then the ones that have the coolers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you showed me those, right? The ones they had at Costco, I think.
Have the one that we got jacked. One of them had a cooler in the arm thing.
Oh, okay.
But the zipper didn't work, so it was kind of funky. But like if it has the cooler plus a little techito, sheesh, ¿qué más quiero en la vida?
Me las llevo cuando quiera. Y eso sí, I'll lock them up para que no se las roben.
Y sí, para que nos paren de robar. What's good, people? Welcome back to Goalside episode. Let's call it 111 because the last one that I thought was 111 was our live episode.
Yep.
We weren't in the studio last week. It felt like it's forever since we've been in the studio together. But last week we did a live episode where we just went over our thoughts, our sadness with La Selección de Mexico, what the next steps could be. Is Jimmy the man? All of that was in a live episode. You can still watch it on YouTube. If you go to our archived videos, it'll be there. But yeah, it's been a couple weeks since we've been in the studio. So episode 111, we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. The Euros are coming to a close, going to the final now. We know who's going to be there, England and Spain. Copa America, Argentina's got their way in currently right now. Colombia, Uruguay.
Van 0-0.
Liga MX started off, so we can talk a little bit about that. A whole bunch of top news from transfers of Mexican players. And so we'll just get right into it, folks. A couple things I wanted to shout out right before. Our merch, if you guys saw on Instagram, we extended the merch until end of July. We got until the end of July to fulfill orders. So if you guys are looking for any good merch for Goalside, you guys want to support us so that we can afford some new chairs, buy some merch. You got 3 weeks left. And then at that point, it will go away. Yeah. We'll take our learnings. We'll figure out what you guys didn't like, if you guys want to give us feedback. And we'll start cooking for a second merch drop. Ahí les viene.
Oh, yeah. And for every $100, use code free ship, and that'll get you free shipping on your $100 order. Yeah, like we mentioned, anything that all the proceeds from that merch drop will come straight into the pod for maybe away games or new chairs or anything else that the pod needs.
Algo. But yeah, folks, just a couple other things to call out. Cesar's going viral right now on Twitter. If you guys would just want to know some life updates, we'll start with that. Cesar going viral on Twitter for hablando desmadre con los del Cruz Azul.
Tirándole nomás yo. I have like 200, 300 followers.
Did your follower count go up with it?
No.
Not at all. No. You didn't get a single one.
Not a single one.
You should have done the usual reply. The first reply be like, follow the account.
Yeah, por favor, síganme, cabrones.
No, but it's explain. You put out a simple post and now you're getting roasted.
Yeah, so with the whole Huescas and Cruz Azul thing going on, Pachuca put out a tweet earlier this morning agradeciéndole a unos canteranos.
Emi Rodriguez, no?
That's going to Celta. They're like the before picture when he got to the academy, and then the after once he was transferred out of Spain.
Little morrito, little baby.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, aprende Cruz Azul. Taking a shot as the whole Huescas and Cruz Azul situation, how they've been subtweeting him and kind of like just salty that he's only going away to Copenhagen for $2 million.
For $2 million.
Right. So they wanted more out of it, which is understandable on their part. But in my opinion, like, just celebrate that you graduated someone out there going off to Europe.
Yeah, he's gonna rep you the whole time.
Yeah, and he's been super grateful. He put a video out himself. He said it on interviews with Copenhagen, saying, "Yo, I'm really grateful to come from Cruz Azul."
He still played this weekend.
Yeah, and he still played this weekend. Right?
Like with all that smack talking happening, for like your directiva to hate you, but for you to still be like, I love the colors, I love the jersey, I love this institution, and go out there for your team, for your coach is wild.
Yeah, still putting on, still giving 90 minutes. So for me, it was just like, yo, like Cruz Azul, be like somewhat grateful. At least don't subtweet him. Or now that you're doing it, now I'm upset. Like, yo, this is what you should be doing. Learn from Pachuca. And now my tweets got like 100,000 views. I have people in my comments calling you all sorts of names and stuff. And I'm just like.
Let's clarify, folks. Cesar didn't say everything that he just explained.
Correct.
He put literally the word aprende and tag Cruz Azul.
Yeah, that's all I did.
A couple of influential maybe pages, the Cruz Azul fans got word of it. Somehow they sniffed it out and they retweeted and quote tweeted. And then, empezó el desmadre, güey.
Empezó el desmadre, comments going wild. I did have Jazz, shout out Yaz, defending me in the trenches.
There were a couple people defending you, being like, yo, bro, just chill out. Just take it for what it is. This is what it is. If you guys are listening, folks, if you guys are hate listening this episode, it is what it is. Like, you got to call out institutions for doing certain things. And then if you don't like it, just shut the fuck up, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, we're doing this for the betterment of footy. We think that youth players shouldn't be dangled like a piece of meat for $10 million, $15 million offers. The dude found a loophole in the contract that he can get out by just getting closing his contract, and he did it. Y se fue feliz y va a mejorar el fútbol, and he's gonna ref the institution. Now it Loki, it just like da como que están amargos, güey. Like they're hating, están salados, ardidos, adoloridos. And I mean, sometimes as a fan base, you gotta understand what it is and just take it. Right?
Yeah, I mean, you can be hurt that he only left for $2 million as an institution because at the end of the day, it's a business. We get that part, but don't subtweet him. Don't put hate out there because then you have a lot of following. Like all your Cruz Azul fans are also gonna hate that player when. You know, he's just trying to do what's best for him, right?
Yeah, he did everything that he was asked of for the team. He put his life on the line for the game. He made all the way to the final with them. He played well, right? But yeah, to your subtweet piece, they put out a salty tweet about Santi Jimenez, right? They put like Santi Jimenez, who was at the last match with Jorge Sanchez,
which was Huesca's last match as well.
Yep, and he took pictures on the field, and the social media manager put up a post like, que no sé qué, always repping, like that he's always repping the institution, y que no sé qué, like los canteranos que se van, y que no sé qué. And it's just like, bro, is that really necessary? Like, and now apparently Cruz Azul is going to take him to court. I don't know if him to court or the representative that probably found the issue. Yeah,
they're taking both. They were going to originally take Copenhagen too, with the third party, but they played the release clause. So now they're just saying, oh, it's bad faith from the player and from the representative of the player. Which, I mean, again, like you really are so salty y tan ardido que ahora los estás demandando, like, bruh. Equipo chico, en una palabra.
Yeah.
Son cosas de equipo chico, like.
Son cosas de equipo chico. Be a better institution. transfer this player when you need to. They were supposed to have done it last season, pero por querer muchísimo dinero no pudieron. No lo mandaron a equipos que le daban el dinero. And now they're trying to get whatever they could. Nobody was going to pay. That team was going to wait for him to just leave on a free. But instead, they paid the $2 million clause, and now he goes, and you get $2 million. So guess what? You would have gotten zero because everyone else would have hated on you. So,
yeah. And it goes worse because, what's his Aspe? Luis Garcia Aspe?
Yeah.
Came out and said, like, he's going to Copenhagen. Copenhagen is not even, like, a good team.
That fool's a fucking joke.
It's not a good league. It's not a developmental league. He's like, he should have stayed at Cruz Azul, then gone to the El Mundial in 2024, and then maybe there he should go to Spain.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, no manches.
Así de facilito, güey. Yeah, así de fácil, you know?
Como tú nunca fuiste a Europa, güey.
Fold legit. Like, no, they're all talking like, oh, así de fácil, güey. Just, rompe it. He doesn't even get call-ups to the damn selección. Right. And then he's like, no, así de fácil, güey. Ve a la selección. Play against Brazil, against Argentina, against Netherlands and shit. Mételes golazos y luego vete a Real Madrid, güey. Así de fácil. Sí, no, hombre, güey.
Delusional fool.
That's what we're saying. Like, just get over that mindset of it. I don't know why these old heads in Liga MX are hating on these players too. They're trying to better themselves. They're finding out. That's why we're getting a flood of these players leaving Liga MX, because they're finding out day after day, weekend after weekend in Liga MX, they're not as competitive as the players that are overseas. Yeah. And they're leaving for smaller contracts to try to better themselves. They're asking for smaller contracts. Chiquete wants smaller contract in Anderlecht. That dude from Celta de Vigo, he could have played another season at Pachuca, made so much more money going to Tigres or to America or to Chivas or something.
Yeah, just like Chiquito Sanchez. It was an unfortunate situation with Chiquito, but I feel like, what's his name from Pachuca that just left?
Emil Rodriguez, I think, el morro de Celta Vigo, yeah.
He did it early, right? He did it early where his clause was only $2 million. That's how much they sold him for.
That's a smart thing, bro. Like, nobody's going to pay for Chiquito, 25-year-old, pay $11 million. These players are not developed.
Yeah.
He needs to go to Europe and still learn over there. But they're trying to sell them like if they were freaking ya listos.
Yeah.
Why do you think everyone's going for 16, 17, 18-year-old Brazilian players?
And that's why I don't blame Huescas. Like, I'm actually happy que de una vez, even if, let's say this was America, ¿verdad? Que uno se fue, un canterano se fue. I hope America doesn't do that whole PR shit, subtweeting and stuff. Pero si un morro le dice a la América, sí, ahorita te firmo un contrato para que luego me vendas en 7 millones. Y así les dice una temporada tras otra. Sí, yo firmo, no te preocupes. Y luego se les va. I'm like, yo, I'm happy for you. Because I know for a fact they weren't going to let you go at 7. They were going to put a clause at 10. Y luego ahí, ¿quién te va a comprar, cabrón?
Well, that's the problem. Like, even saying at 7, they're not getting bought at 7. They're being bought at 4 to 5. We know that's the market for a Mexican player. But then there's teams in Liga MX that pay 7 to 11, and that's where it completely gets fucked.
Well, Chiquito Sanchez was 11. The right back, Kevin Alvarez.
Kevin Alvarez was 11. Chiquito, I think, was 9 to America or something like that. When everyone was calling him, he's 4 to 5. He's 4 to 5 million to a mid to lower level team in like a Spain, in Portugal. Yeah. And then grow and let them sell you at 10 to 15 to 20. Keep a sell-on clause. Keep a percentage.
Just like what Chivas did with Antuna.
Antuna, but it sucks because that's still internal, right? But then I think those are what make it, if you do it internal, that's what makes it tough to sell on. Like, I'm so surprised Cruz Azul let him go. Yeah. Because, like, if you paid a lot more than that and you still owe Chivas 50% of that, you have to double just to get the money back. Yeah. Because you give him 50%. So, like, Antuna is still pretty young. He can kill it at AK Athens because now he's confirmed that he's going there. Kill it there, go to a Portuguese team, to a Spanish team, and let them sell you for 10 million. And guess what? Chivas holds 10%, Cruz Azul holds 10% at that point. That's an easy 1 million.
Yeah. De hacer nada.
De hacer nada except for produce quality players and let them go and sell them on. But that's what's going to happen with Liga MX, and I think that's what we're getting a little bit closer towards, is that they're realizing, you know what, it's better to get 4 to 5 million with 30% sell-on clause than getting zero because my dumbass wanted to sell them for way too much. And then I can only sell internal to Liga MX and I get no percentage sell-on clause. Or I get it, but then they're not going to leave anywhere at that point.
Yeah.
So mejor mándalos por 4 millones, 30-40% sell-on clause. And then guess what? You sell them for 10 million and you get a cool 3 million. Papita, that's good business.
Saying, yeah.
Didn't they learn? Who just did that? The Cruz Azul. I think
Santiago Jimenez.
Yeah.
Santiago's was 50, so they had 50%, and Feyenoord had the other 50. And based on expectations, if he exceeded them, then they would buy the other 30. And I still think Cruz Azul has about 15 to 20%.
Beautiful.
Se va a Liverpool, se va a AC Milan.
Ahí está tu dinerito.
Ahí está tu dinerito.
America got some for Edson, too.
Yes, from Ajax to West Ham. Yeah,
Ahí está. That's good business.
Ahí está el detalle.
Paren de chillar. That's what we're selling on. That's how we'll sum it up to you folks on Twitter, folks. Paren de chillar.
Cabrones.
Yeah, apologize to Cesar que me lo pusieron muy triste. No, folks, but yeah, that's what a way to kick off our episode. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about Liga MX stuff a little bit later. But yeah, folks, we appreciate y'all. And one thing I did want to shout out before we get into Euros and everything, we did just hit over 150 subscribers on all podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So really appreciate that. We've been talking about that for a couple weeks. We're well above it now. The goal is 200. We're almost at 300 on YouTube. So you guys are keeping us moving. We're going to try to get you guys more live content and caliente, like right after stuff happens with La Selección. Hopefully we can just jump on a quick live. Maybe even one of us or the other, whoever you like the most, and we'll just jump on. Yeah, echamos de madre because we're just having fun. The last couple lives that we've done have been really lit. So we appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Let's get right into it, Cesar.
Let's do it.
Let's go into the Euros. We had today England versus Netherlands, but we'll talk first. Yesterday, Spain versus France. Spain was able to move on. Funny enough, both of them, one team was up 1-0. And then they ended up losing 2-1.
For real, both of them. Now you're calling it out.
Yeah, yesterday France was up 1-0. ¿Quién metió el primer gol?
Colo
Muani finally scored one. No lo paró. Pinche Emi Martinez. And he scored one. And then...
I'm dead. I just got that.
Yeah, the people were making fun of Colo Muani. That he had the 1v1 a couple matches ago in one of these rounds. And he got it blocked. It was a pretty similar play. And people were saying que estaba viendo fantasma del...
It must have been against Portugal, no?
Yeah, I think it was. And it was, what's his name? Diego Costa or whatever. Stopped it. No, but yeah, Spain was able to move on.
España, the colonizers. Let's go.
Do you have them in...
I have them.
Damn, all of my teams are out. I had France and Brazil left, which I thought were going to carry me to the glory land in our tournament pool. But no se pudo. But... Yamal scored the first goal, a banger. Everyone's talking about it.
Holy shit. I saw it live and I was like, wait, did that really just go in? Like,
pinche golazo, güey.
Pinche golazo. And the way he did Rabio, that like
little body feint.
Yeah, body feint, side to side movement was fucking chef's kiss, man. Like,
and even more after hearing the controversy, right, which we'll go over in a second, but no mames, sí un quiebre bien chingón. And then with the left, just beautifully in the corner. Yeah. Like Magnon, or how the hell you pronounce his name, didn't even have a chance.
Nowhere near it. He stretched as far as he could, pero nada. En la pura esquinita. What
a banger of a goal. Phil Foden almost had one today, very similar. He hit off the post. And then the boy Dani Olmo, who needs to go to Arsenal. I believe I had heard somewhere that he has like a 60 million release clause and that it's going to expire
in a few days. Yes.
Papa, Arsenal.
He has to go. He's so talented. That goal right there, his technique was chef's kiss también.
Yeah, that should.
Como quebró a Tuchameni, como se le dice. No soy francés, cabrones.
I'm dead. Dude, you know what's pretty funny is I've been betting a shit ton on these games and price picks. No mames, voy a perder todo el pinche dinero.
No.
Because every player that I keep getting, like, they come out as a sub. I had a N'Golo Kante having like a certain amount of passes. He came out in the 60th. And then today I had Memphis Depay with some shots. He comes out injured. And I'm like, dude, I was dying. But
are you following Raulito or no?
yeah, the boy Raul, shout out to you in the Discord. He's got a whole bunch of plays that a lot of us are just tailing in the Discord. If you guys like betting, Prize Picks, MyBookie, Bovada and stuff, jump into the Discord. But no, yeah, this game was good, but overall I think France is just kind of underwhelming this whole tournament. Se veían muy aburridos. Like, I don't know if this is the direction that they got from the Champs, but they just did not look como que querían defender. I thought they were more counterattack. Yeah. When in all honesty, they were just the World Cup champions 2 World Cups ago, and I thought they were going to come out firing a lot stronger.
It felt like they're tired of like taking the lead. Like they want to sit back and then, like you said, just hit the counter. Because Mbappe had one of those beautiful ones donde le queda su derecha y es nomás para que la clave también. Mm-hmm. And he skied it.
Yeah.
Like that play itself summed up his whole tournament, getting injured, not scoring goals. We called him out as being the top goal scorer at the Euros this season. This Euros. And he was nowhere near it.
Yeah, he was nowhere near it. I honestly think the nose thing probably affected his breathing a bit. I figured it would get better as it goes. Y luego le dieron el madrazo last game. Remember, he had to take the mask off, and then he came off as a sub a little bit early, but they ended up coming through and winning anyways. But I was like, come on, my guy. Like, I understand, but like, cuando te la truenan, like, you should be able to breathe good again. But
ya te dio all clear, el doctor. Éntrale con todo, cabrón.
Yeah, it just didn't seem like como que le entró con todo. They did have a higher expected goal than Spain, but the Spain team is looking very good, very strong, solid. And I mean, you're never going to bet against Rodri.
Dude, Rodri has been, for me, if they win it, he should get shouts for
Ballon d'Oro. Yeah, I think it's going to become like a cult thing with that. But a lot of people are going to be like, you know what? Mbappe messed up. What's his name? Vini did not do hot, which we'll go over in a bit. And then Bellingham is like más o menos. If they win it, they're probably going to, maybe it'll be like, yeah. If England wins it, they're gonna be like, oh, he had that chilena Bellingham did to move them on. So maybe him.
Champions League.
In Champions. Yeah. Pero si no, I think Rodri should get that little cult following to be like, hey, you know what? He doesn't get that many goals. For a center defensive mid, he does. But he's not on the stat sheet that much. But this fool hasn't lost in like 3 years, 2 years.
Swear. And like the way Spain plays, like if you put anybody else other than Rodri in that center defensive mid, it's a completely different Spain. He's so good, like so good. The tempo, the tracking back to help the defense out.
Oh, this fool stops forward. Everything.
The way he maneuvers around the other center mids, opposing center mids, it's like class. Mm-hmm. It's like you have Busquets and the center defensive mid role again. Except with Rodri, you also get him going forward, being more direct también. It's just really pinche bonito mirarlo jugar.
Yeah, we need to like appreciate him there. Like he doesn't have the fanciness, the class like on the ball like Busquets does to kind of move around. It's very direct. Mm-hmm. It's like, la agarro de aquí, cabrón, y te la doy para allá, y yo voy. And then if you lose it, I'm going to fucking knock that motherfucker out. Yeah. But like, the players just don't get past him. No. It's tough.
And then you saw Declan Rice getting bodied today, and it's like, I'm pretty sure Rodri doesn't get bodied like that, dude.
He did. He got shifted by Barcola, I think. I think Barcola on one play with France, like, le hizo el quiebre, and Rodri went with it. And I was like, oh, my God, I don't think I've seen that happen. Damn. It looked gnarly. I was like, ay, no me la hagan así. But that fool's going to recover, right? He's one of those guys. He's tucked in Rodri.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Tucked in shirt Rodri. Like, be afraid of the fool on the other side of the pitch. He's a center defensive mid with the tucked in shirt.
Yeah.
Tenle miedo.
And he's massive, too. Está cuerpudo el
Parece pinche caveman. No mames, no eyebrows and shit.
Sí, está cabrón ese güey. No, but I think Spain win it. He has to get the shouts.
Yeah. So Spain's looking very strong coming in. They still haven't lost. That Rodri effect, right? They're looking good. They eliminated France. Like I said, I don't think France did hot. I don't think Mbappe. I think Mbappe maybe knocked himself down a peg for the Ballon d'Or this season. It's probably going to go to somebody that wins, like a Bellingham or maybe somebody from Spain if they win. Let's go over the match today. Today we had Netherlands versus England. Like we had said, once again, the losing team starts off winning. Xavi Simons hits a freaking amazing banger of a shot, sliding almost, falling to the ground. I don't think I've ever hit a goal sliding to the ground like that. Like,
same.
Sometimes I watch it and I'm like, how's that possible, man? Like,
Pero también the pitches we grew up playing in, bro, pinche golfer holes everywhere, dude. Over here they got beautiful pitches, dude.
If I slide like that, no me levanto, güey.
No, call the ambulance, güey, porque ya me rompí todo el ligamento.
La rodilla torada, my ankle stuck in a fucking gopher hole. No, but yeah, that thing was class. That thing was beautiful. Jordan Pickford could not reach it. That was low-key kind of not that tall.
Low-key, he's booty también.
Yeah, I think it's one of my hot takes that, like, I think if England wouldn't have made it, I would have been calling out, like, you need somebody more, like, bigger, better, ready for top moments in the back than a Pickford. And how the hell do you have an Arsenal backup as your number 2 in Ramsdale? They are class. They're good keepers. But, like, if you look at some of the other keepers, they're just at a higher level. Right.
But England doesn't really have keepers. Like, who would you bring in?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I love Nick Pope,
yeah.
But the thing is he was injured,
yes.
Right? He would be on the squad, and I think he should have been first because, like, dude, an Everton keeper, come on. And then an Arsenal backup. I understand Arsenal's baller. I'm an Arsenal fan, folks, if you don't know. But, you're one of the top squads right now, and you were the favorite to win this tournament, and your keeper, in my opinion, is not like como que resaltando as a reason why you would have won it. Yeah. Nobody was looking at this lineup, and out of Bellingham, out of Foden, Palmer, Saka, Kane, everybody, nobody said, oh, Pickford's going to take us there.
Yeah.
And that's what the other teams do have. They had like Diogo Costa from Portugal. No, mames, that fool was about to put
Georgian goalkeeper, bro.
They were about to put the damn team on their back.
Yeah, I'm saying the Georgian goalkeeper, I don't know his name, but he legit took that team on his back. Him and Kvaratskhelia took that team on both of them.
And that's what I'm telling you. Like, sometimes you don't need it, right? Like I mean, Verbruggen from the Netherlands had a very solid tournament. But, like, nobody tampoco was expecting him to be the best player for them, right? But this England team, with the quality that they have, to then have an Everton, I'm sorry, con todo respeto to Everton, I love you guys, Toffees, but I would think they would have another baller keeper there. And like you said, good shout. A Newcastle keeper in Nick Pope, I think, would have been really good. But I don't even know if he would have started over Pickford because they kind of respect him a lot.
And that's the thing. If you take a look at like the top 10 English teams, like you got Liverpool, they got a Brazilian. Manchester City, Brazilian. Yep. Emi Martinez is at Aston Villa. You go down the list, and there's very few English goalkeepers. Like Nick Pope is Newcastle, and they're like mid-table. Everton, starting goalkeeper for England. And if you take a look, like in history, like, who do you remember that's their goalkeeper and that you're like, oh, ese portero fue chingón?
Why do you think that is for English keepers?
It's just they bring in international goalkeepers, which is good, but at the same time, you also have to develop your own, just like they do in the other positions on the field.
I have a take with it. I think a big piece to it is because, like, a reason why they bring so many in is because as a keeper in today's day and age, you have to be good with your feet. And I don't think that they're developing the keepers that well to be good with your feet. Pickford is not the most amazing with his feet. No. Ramsdale literally lost his job to a Spanish player who was amazing with his feet. So I think maybe that's a bit of a bottleneck there. England is having some amazing fortune and results with field players getting better with their feet than past generations with like a Foden and a Palmer, the ones that I had mentioned. Yeah. But I maybe that's where they're struggling because some of their best goalkeepers, even outside of these fools, Henderson from Nottingham Forest is, not known for his feet. Very good under the 3 posts. Yeah. But maybe that's the next step for them is getting some of these, get that baller DNA into your keepers with the feet, and maybe then you won't need Ederson, Alisson, who are better with their feet, to have to get imported in.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a good shout. That exact example of like a British keeper losing out on the job because he can't put his feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the England squad was able to come back in this match. We got a Harry Kane penalty, which a lot of people thought was controversial.
It was not.
You thought it was clean, like a straight up pen.
It's a penalty. The only reason why it might have been controversial is that handball that Saka right before. But if you judge it like es de rebote in the proximity of the player, it's really close. So it's not like ¿cómo se dice? Donde está la mano acá arriba o la miró venir and he should have taken his hand down. Like, it's not one of those.
Yeah. No, but a lot of people, I think, were saying that, like, okay, in today's day and age, if you shoot the ball, like if you get fouled and you shoot the ball, it's like that's the play, dog. Si te pasa algo before or after, like it's almost like you don't get advantage, really. Or you got the advantage, take it, right? So a lot of people were like, güey, ya le dio el madrazo, y luego sí, de pasada, pues le pegó con la pierna, right? And the people were like, but you got your shot off. It wasn't going in, and I didn't stop you from making it go in because you skied it, right? But then apparently the ruling, what the refs brought to it was that, pues sí, le pegó al balón, but then, brother, you fucking studs up straight to his leg, and
I think that's why he called it. But they were on the transmission on TUDN VIX. Marc Rosas was talking about they used to call these as an indirect free kick and not as a penalty.
Dangerous play.
Yes, which makes more sense in that specific scenario, right? Porque sí es un juego peligroso, but you also did.
But it was a foul.
It was a foul.
He hit him.
Y a la misma vez, like you mentioned, you did get your shot away, right? So it's like in that gray area where it's llegaste tarde, pero he got his shot away. And I think that scenario would have been perfect just to call juego indirecto.
But juego indirecto is like you didn't foul them, right? Because if you like those are for like high kicks, right? But if you have a high kick and you stud somebody to the head, it's red, right? It's a foul, and it's not a dangerous play. It's a foul, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's where the refs maybe landed with this one. It's like if he, in this case, I think if he wouldn't have touched him, they would have not marked anything,
right?
Because they would have been like, dog, you fucking la volaste, güey. But I think because he did, he got some contact and then he got hit studs up. I think they were like, all right. Not
Do you think it was a penalty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a penalty.
Harry Kane wasn't going to miss that.
He should have. He shouldn't have gone so soft afterwards, like just leaving the leg. Got to pull that thing back, right? And then, I mean, Harry Kane maybe a bit of colmillo leaving the leg out there.
He's done it before in other matches donde deja la pata ahí para que le peguen. Y lo se hace.
As a forward, it's pretty smart, dude. You swing that leg and you leave that thing up there, and then somebody's gonna hit you.
Yeah. Beautiful taking penalty by Harry Kane, and
beautiful inside netting.
Yeah. Overall, after that penalty as well, England became very more like explosive.
They fucking woke up,
wanted the ball, and wanted to go forward. Phil Foden has had his best match this game.
Phil Foden looked shifty. He looked like City's Phil Foden.
Exactly.
But like it was crazy. All of a sudden, it looked like this team woke up, and everybody was playing like they do at their club level. That's what we've been asking for, dude. You have half of City, half of Arsenal, the best of Aston Villa. You have Harry Kane at a top moment in Bayern. You have all these pieces. Why aren't they at least working themselves? But I don't know what the hell that penalty did to them, but they turned it on.
Yeah, and also I think Netherlands were proposing also the game, right? Porque Switzerland se les tiraba para atrás.
Yeah.
Was more of a low block, defending, going for the counterattack. So maybe that's where England struggles. Same with Slovakia, right? They play Slovakia.
Mm-hmm.
Same with them. They got an early goal and then they defended for dear life. So maybe that's where England struggles a bit more. Now, once they get spaces where Netherlands left them more space because they also wanted to go forward and attack and was more confident on the ball, and that's when maybe Phil Foden was comfortable saying, all right, well, now I can go in these spaces in between midfielder and defenders. So maybe that also came into play, and now it makes me think, okay, are we going to see a super exciting England against Spain? Because both of them are going to want to attack. Is England going to leave those, Spain going to leave those spaces like Netherlands did?
Yeah, that's true. The interesting thing was that I think a lot of people that I saw giving really quick hot takes on Twitter were like, oh my God, England just got scored on 1-0. It's like over because we know that this Southgate can't snap back. They can't hit back. So I saw a lot of people being like, dude, what a lucky break to get a penalty, and get a cheap goal like that, being able to come back into the game and then figure something out. And that really was a lifeline because then afterwards they turned it back on, right? To your point about versus Spain, I think it's a little bit different because Spain builds up, right? And I think this Netherlands team was super vertical. And I think maybe after they got Memphis Depay out, maybe they should have changed the game plan a little bit because Depay is very dangerous. And I think after that, like Wout the Weghorst is not the same thing as Depay.
They didn't even bring him in until the second half.
Yeah, but that's not like the firepower that you need. They brought Veerman in, so they kind of went a little bit mid-heavy. There were just too many holes for a team that had that many mids in. I would have thought they would have sat back and then been like, all right, like we have better quality than Slovakia. We can do what they did and do it better. And then try to get a goal in with Wout Weghorst in the second half, así de contragolpe. Xavi Simons almost had one that he chopped at it wrong. But, like, I think they gave too much space for England. I think it's going to be tough against Spain because it's like a best of both worlds. Their build-up allows them to keep the ball, and they defend really well. So, but who knows? If we get this England that's as exciting as it is today, maybe even if they don't have the spaces that they had today, if Spain can counteract that, the talent matchup is going to be out of this world.
Yeah, sure. And then you have like Carvajal. Spain gets Carvajal back, so Spain gets these players who have been there before, who play at Real Madrid and know how to win, and que te van a dar donde sea. Lamine Yamal is going to turn to shreds at pinche, whether it's Trippier or the United one,
Shaw or Luke Shaw.
Shaw. It's like it's gonna be really interesting what Southgate does with this team.
Yeah, I bet you desde ahorita empieza el partido for these coaches, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a chess match. Just don't we relax. I'll use my shirt later. It's gonna be a chess match. It's gonna be. Southgate, what are you going to do to really chill out Yamal? If you do chill out Yamal, guess what? De La Fuente is probably trying to get Nico Williams ready on the other side. Yep. And then from Spain's side, are you going to chill out Phil Foden? Can you take away Saka's left? Like what we've seen so many people try, and then it just doesn't work. But for that to happen, England need multiple of these to show up like they did today. Yeah. If they go back to how they were playing before, they're going to be struggling to put goals together.
Yeah. Kane is not their man right now, other than penalties. Like, ¿qué le está haciendo? ¿Qué le está ayudando Kane?
Do you if you're Southgate, what do you do with Ollie Watkins?
You start Kane. You start Kane either way. Like, Kane is your captain.
A cansarlos, como a Henry Martin.
Pues sí, a ver qué te sale Kane, because he also helps up in the build-up play.
Yeah, he has to be there.
Like, Watkins is more of like
And you got your pen.
Right.
You can get you another.
And digamos, you bring in you're losing, ya traes a Watkins in as a second striker or Cole Palmer or lo que sea. Pero tienes que tener esas variantes. You do have to start Kane because he's the leader of that team.
And everything worked for England today. Yeah. They brought in Palmer and he puts in the beautiful ball into Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins off the bench, who hasn't been killing it, but bodies the defender. Gets a good half turn on him.
Very Premier League goal. That's what it was.
It literally looked like I was watching Aston Villa play. Yeah. And if you looked at individual players, it looked like we were watching each of them play at their clubs. They were playing at a very good level. The majority of the team played very well. And I'm excited for this final now. But can we get Southgate, direct request to you, can we get this English squad to play at this level against Spain, or are you going to kind of go against what I think is second nature to these players, how good they play, and ask them like, hey, this Spain is tough. They touch a lot. Let's not even try. I'm gonna calmarse. Are we almost getting like a City versus Real Madrid in this match?
Nah.
Like the vibes.
No, porque City would want the ball. Southgate will probably not have the ball.
True. It's like almost City versus Real Madrid, but like del otro lado.
Algo así, porque Southgate doesn't care to keep the ball.
Yeah.
He's
like
going to want to like...
It's like if Spain had Guardiola, the City, and then if England had Ancelotti, but that's disrespecting Ancelotti because that fool would make it cook. And South, I still think if they win it, like Southgate did not do much. I think it's these players.
Yeah, I'm so surprised they're here. I think they're here despite having Southgate. It's just the quality they have les alcanzó a llegar aquí. And then you get up against a really quality side like Spain, and now it's like the mastermind. Now it's the coaches that need to put the right pieces in and need to give you the right strategy to get you across the line.
True. Who do you got winning?
I got Spain winning it.
Spain winning it.
Yeah.
I had England winning it overall.
Yeah, but like wholeheartedly, que te dice la lógica? Like, do you think England have the tools?
If they play like they did today, I feel a lot more confident, and I would say I feel like almost 50-50. But this Spain team is really, really strong. Very, very strong.
If
very
they play
strong
like today,
and solid.
Sí te doy los 50-50.
So because if they play like they did today, and France yesterday had the higher expected goal than Spain because no mames pinche golazo de Yamal.
Mm-hmm.
So if England can score more at will, if they can figure out a way, Harry Kane needs to show up early. You can't expect like, oh, maybe we can survive until Ollie Watkins gets in. So if England can get on the board, I think they can. They can take this if they can make sure the golazos like that don't happen from a Yamal.
Yeah. To your point, I think if Harry Kane can get more on the ball, not only have 24 touches like he did against Portugal or Switzerland, like he needs to be more on the ball, more involved. Foden needs to be on it. Saka needs to be on it. Literally everybody needs to be at their A game si quieren tener una chance de ganar a España.
But it's the craziest thing because it's not even their A game. They just got to be good. Today, they all were like looking like they do at club.
Pero
right?
Es lo que te digo.
But that's what I'm saying. Just play like you do at your fucking club. Just play like you do at your fucking club. And that's all that you ask for. Like not even Saka, not even when he scored the hat tricks with Arsenal. But just when you fucking are able to cut back on your left and hit a damn good cross or a banger.
But I
Foden just fucking move around a shit
that
ton.
Won't be enough. That's what I'm saying. Even if you play at your A game, you might have a chance.
So that's where
in the final, you're gonna need that extra. That extra comes from the coach. Yeah, that's mine. Yeah. That's how I'm seeing it.
And that's why I don't even believe why they're here because they didn't have that extra from the coach. But that's what I'm telling you. If we're talking about like, bro, if we had Foden at this top moment at City plus Saka at his top moment, which we've always expected of this England squad, bro, they would be winning the World Cup. If they had that, right? In this moment, they didn't play like that today, like their best moments, best moments. I think Foden did really well. Saka did okay today. Yeah. But what I'm saying is they all have to play very well, which I think they've been playing shitty lately, right? Just play well. If you play well, Foden move everywhere. Saka hit it with that left. Palmer come off the bench and just torch everybody. Like, if you do that, I think they have a very good chance. I don't think there's a chance that they're going to play out of this world and smack Spain. Okay. I'll tell you that. I think it's going to be a tight game and England might win, or it's going to be a tight game, Spain might win, or it's going to be one-sided and Spain wins by a lot. I don't think we'll see that otherworldly English squad, but I'm hoping for a good game.
Yeah, the one thing that we also forgot to mention is Morata won't be at the game.
Did he get injured from that?
He's injured.
Did you see what happened after the game?
No, I did not. What happened?
Did he come out injured?
I don't think so.
There's a video I sent it in the Discord that when they were celebrating, a fucking security guard slipped getting somebody and slid into him. And Morata's like holding it like for dear life afterwards. I don't know if it's that, folks. Correct us if we're wrong in the Discord, but I thought it was just for jokes, but now that I'm hearing that he's out, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, he's out. It got called out yesterday that he wasn't gonna be.
Jesus, if it's that knee, yeah, the guy like le hizo palanca. Damn. Well, all right, folks. That's what we got coming for Euros. Let us know what you guys think.
Madre, I just
You saw it?
Yeah.
Bro, that shit's fucking fucked.
So bro, that was an English fan, bro. It just came and hurt Morata, dude.
I was going to throw it in the Discord like, yo. Southgate sent that fool.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, man. All right, Cesar, let's bring on to Copa America. I was at Copa America this weekend.
Yeah, how was that? A ver, dinos,
Shit was
cuéntanos.
lit. Wait, it's kind of warm in here, but no mames, wait. Vegas hit 120.
That's insane, dude.
It's hottest day. I don't know if it was the hottest record for that day or just overall, but it was breaking records. 120 degrees. I asked all my friends that I know a couple of people that are from Vegas or live there. I was like, what do you guys do? And they said, no, it's just like your life is indoors. You go to malls, you go to the hotels that you're at. They all have indoor malls and casinos with AC, restaurants that have AC. And I was like, puta madre. So we pull up, dude, and it's fucking scorching hot. I've never been that hot. And we stay at a hotel, the closest hotel to Allegiant. And I did that because I thought it was going to be nice enough to walk. Like, it would be warm, very hot, but not that hot. So you have to go from one side by all the MGM hotels and cross over on a fucking freeway that on a main street that they close. It's a 15-minute walk over that freeway overpass to Allegiant. And, dude, it was the hottest walk of my life. It was the hottest 15 minutes of my life. It was beating down on me on that walk. I took a water cup and then like straight up liquor, and I was just fucking drinking pre-gaming, right, trying to go to the game. But it was so damn hot, and everyone's just racing to get over it and to get in the shade and then get into the stadium because the stadium is air controlled 100%.
Okay.
And it was beautiful once I got in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so much fun. I went to go watch Uruguay versus Brazil. A very intense match. Statistics wise, very bad. I think it was maybe for folks on TV a bit boring.
No, it was fun. I watched it on TV. Todas las patadas, cabrones.
Bro, they were fucking each other up.
They were going at it.
They were like a South American rivalry, right? Like it was intense.
I was literally telling my dad, I was like, my dad or Alexis or somebody, my siblings, I was like, yo, this is legit. Like, the difference between Euros and Copa America is this game right here. Like, in South America, they go at it. Like, se para el juego cada 10 minutos, cada 5 minutos. Like,
26 fouls de Uruguay, 15 de Brazil.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, no llegó su majestad el gol, which was rough. I came to find out afterwards. I thought Endrick was having a good game intensity wise. That dude was fighting for every ball, like trying to get stuck in, getting beat off the ball by grown ass men like Ronald Araujo. But then I find out through stats he didn't complete a single pass outside of the kickoff.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
He was getting bodied. Like, every time he got the ball, like, there was Araujo behind him or there was somebody else just trying to put him to the ground.
They were bullying him because he's a kid, right? That's what you do. You teach him a lesson, right? Bro, I've been here longer than you have. And, yeah, he couldn't do anything. Unfortunately, Brazil ya no tenía nada más. They brought him in because Vinny was out off of yellows. But Uruguay was able to get the best of them in penalties. And the crowd was fucking crazy, man. So I thought there was gonna be more Brazilian people, but there was so many Uruguayos.
Wow.
So many Uruguayos. It was crazy. I was low-key repping Brazil. I was like, I want that greatness back.
Yeah.
I was
that nostalgia
hoping.
Merchant.
I was hoping. I was like, bro, I grew up on this. Like, come on. But the Uruguayos it's the new age.
Yeah.
Marcelo Bielsa.
Marcelo Bielsa. I'm telling you. Right now, talking about them, they're actually down 1-0, 58th minute, but Colombia has a red card.
Oh, who got the red? Richard Rios. Richard Rios, that fool's like,
No, he's injured. But Daniel Munoz has a
damn. You know, he's
28-year-old.
tied for second place de goleador in La Liga.
Oh, shit.
Not goleador in the tournament, sorry. Damn, the red card, but they're up 1-0 a minute.
58th.
They can hold on.
Possibly.
But Colombia
Uruguay are going to...
Either of these versus Argentina is a great matchup because everyone says Uruguay is the top one, right? But then Colombia just doesn't give a fuck. They're the underdogs, but they're 26, 28 matches unbeaten now, and they're playing well. Now they're going to lose their outside back, Daniel Munoz, who's very solid, but if they can, I think they could beat this Argentina squad.
Yeah, I think Colombia has surprised. I mean, not really surprised. I think they were kind of like one of the favorites, but not like the ultimate favorite. But just the way they were playing.
They just beat, I think both Uruguay and Colombia beat Argentina.
Uruguay for sure. I don't know if Colombia did. I know Colombia.
They had to. They won like 26 in a row.
All right,
or unbeaten. They might have tied, actually, yeah.
Yeah, they did beat Brazil, though. Everybody beat Brazil.
No, good shout. Venga mi Colombia, or el que pase. I was at the game drunk as hell, and I was like, hey, to fans, I was like, hey, nomás ganen la Argentina, por favor.
Let's go.
Even though I have them winning the whole tournament, but.
No, Uruguay has to win it, bro. Nomás no quiero que gane Argentina por el cabrón de Paul.
No, fuck. That's exactly what I was going to tell you right now, dude. Like everyone always jokes around, the favoritism to Argentina and all these things, right? One thing to shout out, they should not have played Canada because you're not supposed to play any team from your group unless you guys both make playoff in the final. Like, it's not supposed to be like that in any bracket, in any tournament. Like, Canada got second. They went to the lower side of the same side when they're supposed to go to the other side. And then they saw each other in semifinals. De pura chiripada. And how easy is that for Argentina? It's a team you've already beaten before in group. Yeah. You completely overpowered them. And then they do it again yesterday, right?
Luego no nos tiren de conspiracy theorists, but like that shit's blatant as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, escóndenlo un poco. Like,
porfis.
Like,
aquí bajita la mano, ¿qué es eso?
Yeah, even if like if I'm being as non-conspiracy theorist as I can, as like if a federation person, if you like, because you know how much people hate on like favoritism for Argentina, you gotta double check things.
Yeah.
For what would look like favoritism. You know, mama's way. If you're playing the same team that you've already beaten, somebody's got to call that out. Like, hey, somebody's got to be, hey, mira lo que hiciste, pinche intern.
Yeah.
But one thing that people were hating on yesterday, the Canada match versus Rodrigo de Paul, Eustaquio gets a yellow card for a ghost foul on Rodrigo de Paul. Doesn't even touch him.
Yeah. And did he get a red card?
No, he just got a yellow.
Oh, okay. Because somebody did, no?
No. Canada didn't get it. But everyone was like, Ira, cabrón, clear example right here. Doesn't even touch him. The Paul goes down like a freaking...
Como si le atacó un pinche tiburón o algo.
Sí, le agarró un pinche oso.
Oh.
And yeah, he sold it good and they got a yellow. But en la final ahí no se van a poder... Ojalá no se van a poder esconder o hacer estas cosas. Against Colombia or Uruguay, it's going to be about talent. And
not so much against Uruguay. I feel like Uruguay le echa mucho lacha. But I feel like Colombia would want to outplay them.
Le echa lacha, but you got Marcelo Bielsa's brain behind it, that verticality, that intenseness, right? I think that might be good. Pero también Colombia, in the moment that they're in, I'll take either of these. But they should have, one of them should have been on the other side of the bracket and played Argentina in a semifinal. And pues no se pudo. The best they could have played against, in my opinion, talent-wise, was Venezuela. I mean, yeah.
Es Conmebol, no la chinguen, pues.
I know, cálmense, cabrones. But yeah, yesterday, I mean, outside of that, I don't think Argentina really had much to be worried about against Canada. Canada, to be honest with you guys, they were shooting themselves in the foot the whole tournament. They couldn't score at will like these elite teams do. They just found ways to make it all the way through. Huge shout out to Jesse Marsh.
Yes.
Proving all the doubters wrong. For some reason, never getting a shot with the U.S., even though that was his dream. And then going...
He said it, right? He
Yeah.
said that was one of his streams.
And then going up north and doing it for Canada. Big shout out to him.
Big shout out to them. The Canadian team overall, the federation found a way to pick things up and hire the right man, and kind of show Mexico and the U.S. a lesson. Like, yo, as long as you guys do things right, hire the right people, you guys can have a decent chance of going far. We're with a very talented, decent team. It's not like you don't have big superstars, but you can tell like this Canadian team really wanted it, really put it out there, especially against Venezuela. Like Schaffelberg was one of their best players, and he was out there hustling.
He was cooking. He did look, se me veía muy verde ayer versus Argentina. He had a couple of chances that like I remember he got one good ball in, like typical the winger play where he kind of spread the line and he was 1v1 against his defender and then a keeper.
Mm-hmm.
And when he got it, he had it where he could just go around the defender. And he took that ugly, like I'm a North American footy player touch where it just like added like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And he still tried to shoot it on that same leg. And I'm like, ni un recorte, ni un quiebre. But Schaffelberg did come out swinging this tournament. I'm assuming he's going to get a nice little European contract pretty soon. Yeah, big things for the Canadian team. We all thought they were free falling down and not going to get any better, but now it's looking like they're up.
Yeah.
And if Jesse Marsch can cook with these kids, maybe they're 1 or 2 in the federation. Who knows?
Yeah, Tadrian Buchanan needs to be a bigger part of this Canadian team. He needs to be one of the starters. He plays at Inter. He needs to consolidate himself at club and country porque Canada's going to need all the help they can.
For real. Oh, yeah, but overall, Vegas was lit.
Happy. It was his birthday.
Yeah.
Ahí le mandan saludos o le rayan su madre. Le dicen happy birthday.
Sí. No tanto como a Cesar me la rayen porque me duele. But no, yeah, if you guys want to give me a birthday present, follow us on all social medias, folks, on any platform. Get us popping. It's about to be lit. Loving it. I'm 31 years old now. This is my birthday. And, vamos a chingarle, to make something out of this, to have some fun with Goal-Sided.
¿Te empedaste o no?
But Vegas was lit, bro. ¿Qué más tenía que hacer, güey? Nomás empedarme todos los pinches días en Vegas.
Stay indoors.
Stay indoors. We got a nice little deal on an upgrade of the room. So I got a suite with like a hot tub inside. It's fucking, pinche relajadón, güey. Pedo.
Pedote te metes. No.
And our hotel had like a Fat Tuesday inside. The Fat Tuesday, the big old drinks that you see on social media.
Oh,
that are, like, hella long.
Skinny ones.
Yeah. It was walking distance inside of the hotel and AC, so I'm gonna chingar.
¿Cuánto están esos? ¿Está como un Four Loko, como un AMF o qué?
They're like $21 for like it's like a yard, I think, something like that.
Oh shit.
Sí, grandotes. And
con uno de esos ya estufas.
Con dos andas pedorro. With one, you're definitely feeling it, but dos pedorro. And then the life hack, we had a bottle of something at the crib, so like we would get like you save like $6-7 without the fake shot that they throw in. So we just took them home.
Vámonos.
Pinche calentar motores.
Hay que ir a Vegas, cabrones.
See, we got to do it. Vegas, get a pro team. We'll do a Goal-Sided trip out there. But no, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got to gamble, flipped a bit of money on blackjack. Me fue bien, cabrones. Maybe I'll use that for the pinches mesitas. No, but yeah, it was a good time, folks. Y pues, yeah, time to watch some more footy. But yeah, we're not going to cover too much of Colombia Uruguay. It's still going on. It looks like Colombia is going to take it even with 10. Pero para mí, low-key, una final adelantada.
Yeah.
Like that.
That was a good final.
That's a good matchup. That should have been a final. All right, folks, let's bring it on home. Let's move it on to La Liga MX. We don't want to cover too much just because we had so much other footy going on, right?
Yeah.
Pero sí empezó La Liga MX this week. Just a shout out. We're gonna have a full length episode for transfers. We do this every season. The transfers that are coming in and out of Liga MX, how does that affect your team, our teams? And what does that lead us to believe as far as like predictions for the season? We always do one of these episodes, but we usually give it a week or two before into the season, because then that's when they really start popping off. Like we just lost Uriel Antuna in Liga MX. We just are apparently about to gain some Mexican players like Orbelín Pineda and stuff. So let's let those solidify. But yeah, once we get all the transfers solidified and everything, we'll have that episode, and we hope that you guys love it. But yeah, in Liga MX, let's just go over your America, my Chivas. My Chivas, they tied versus Toluca. That's becoming low-key a little bit of a clásico, more than anything for drama, just because of Alexis Vega. Pero quedaron 0-0. Not too much to write home about. You do see some new transfers coming in. We saw Fidel Barajas from Chivas. Mm-hmm. We got to see Paulinho from Toluca, who is probably the biggest name coming in we'll talk about. Pero nada, no llegó el gol. And everyone making fun of Chicharito. If I could sum it up in like 3 sentences, that's how it is. Then Chicharito misses his chances and he becomes a meme again.
Yeah, some people were calling him out que he's hitting the weights too much. Que ahora está muy fuerte and not as light and just fast on his feet. I don't know. I mean, many people are saying he's done. What do you think as a Chivas fan more than anything?
I mean, we were talking about it earlier. I like the movement. Right. If you watch so he had maybe 2 to 3 chances. One of them was completely meme worthy. Like he got at the first post a little bit too ahead and tried to just get a little Chicharito tap in. But he completely missed the net. Like he hit it wide. Mm-hmm. The other one, he got a good break on he did his typical fake one way in to get a shot on, and he missed it también. I love the movement. I don't think he had that last season as far as being able to explode like that. He's obviously not 25.
Yeah.
But do I think the weights are affecting him? I don't think so. I think he just needs to get back to finishing a little bit better. Es delantero, güey. Lo traen en la nariz. Like, they just need he needs to score a couple, and he can get back just like he did with Galaxy. He had a shitty first season. Second season, he got right back to it. But now he has a torn ACL recovered.
He's a few years older.
Yeah. So, am I wishful thinking? Probably. Do I think he can score 5 goals? I do think he can. If he keeps that going and then he just gets in the right position, puts one in, I think he can get to 5. Do I also think he could score 0? Yeah.
I don't think I think it'll be a really good season if he gets to 5 goals. I think he'll get maybe 2-3 goals tops. I think maybe you are right. Maybe he'll get back to finishing. His movement is there. And I also think that maybe with a lot of these teams, they're a bit rusty, that it's just the first week. They're getting back into things, back into competition. So it's not like training every day, right, against your sub-20 or training against the second division, Cancun FC or lo que quieras. So I think it'll take him maybe a few weeks, 1 or 2 weeks to get back into things. But, I mean, so far his movement is there. But at the same time, like, I feel like this whole meme thing can also get to him.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So it's just he's got to balance all these things. And
I wish
him the best.
It would have been perfect if he would have put it away one way.
Yes.
Because that would have been like, all right, you like, bro, like such a head change. It's your first game of the season. You scored a goal. Like, you're probably feeling at the top of the world. Like, the whole season is yours.
Yes.
But now, like, you're getting a little bit made fun of.
Now you got the added pressure on yourself as well as a footballer. I'm sure you're like, no, hombre, esa.
Yeah.
Bro.
At least they didn't lose. That would have sucked.
Yeah.
But they do get the League's Cup break. Can you score on the Quakes? Of course. So maybe a little MLS team, a little matches against MLS team, I think might do him some good against Galaxy and the Quakes. But yeah, I think he probably feels it himself too. He has to score pretty soon.
Yeah.
You're the 9. You're the 9. If you want to keep that spot, you have to score because Marin's right behind your tail. He doesn't score often either, but if you're not the one scoring, they're gonna bring him in.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't keep becoming an issue. You guys had the same issue last season where you couldn't score. So that's something you guys need to take care of. But I think something you guys have maintained is that solid defensive block with the 2 center backs that are still back there. Which is good for Chivas, right? You don't want to score. And Tala also doing well. So that's a positive thing to come out of this Toluca game.
Yep. And if they're not scoring, why not bring up the boy Taun Wilke? We saw him here. Shout out to SF City for having us out at their match versus Tapatio. We got to see Taun Wilke, who a lot of people know as like a wonder kid Mexicano, half Mexicano that played in the Dutch league with Tapatio. He scored a penalty, looked very good physicality and everything.
Yes. Speed was there too, even though he didn't have too many breakaways, but you could just tell his footwork was there.
He's there. I don't know why procesos are taking too long. I mean, está grandulón el güey.
Sí, también eso.
Yeah, neither of the Chivas strikers really have that, so maybe change of pace, folks. But Euromerica, let's just talk about these two. Euromerica lost versus San Luis.
Yes.
I'm smiling.
La ley del ex. No hay que encender las alarmas, es todo lo que tengo que decir.
No hay que encender las alarmas, but a lot of people lo que sí están encendiendo es que jardine a la selección de Brasil.
Híjole. Es el América, siempre van a haber estos rumores. They're gonna
Cálmate, es el América. He was their U20. He won gold for them.
He did.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. He's done well with America.
It's kind of wild that he won gold and then went to San Luis.
It is wild. It's hella wild, in my opinion. But I think after the gold, he went to a Brazilian team. He didn't do so hot. So then that's how he came over. But, I mean, si se lo llevan, pues, good for America, good for him, lo que sea.
Si se lo llevan, se van a llevar a todo, güey. No mames. Everybody coming in off the bench for America was a kid.
Yes.
Except for Chiquito, but he's also Chiquito.
And that's part of the reason why we lost. We had a whole bunch of young kids. I still do think that the game against Tijuana last season, we had a way further alternate team.
Because the starters were good this time.
You had a Henry, you had
everybody
Fidalgo,
starting
Jonathan,
was there.
You had Juarez, you had...
Pero ¿quién les faltó?
Lichnowsky is a big piece as a center back.
Is getting a break right now, but he's did they sign him?
Yes, they did.
So he's full-time at America because he was on loan, right?
Yes.
And then
we lost...
Cáceres is also with Uruguay.
Cáceres is not there. And then we also lost... el güey que se fue a Saudi Arabia.
Quiñones. But they're not backfilling. They haven't gotten heavy transfers. They got the fool from León, the center mid, who's kind of whatever.
Yeah,
Jose Rodriguez. Cota, but he was necessary because Malagon's not there.
We got Chiquito Sanchez, which is a good addition, right?
He was the only one you would recognize his name off the bench in this game.
Correct.
But like Brian Rodriguez is apparently not going to come back because he's got freaking traipedos in la Ciudad de México. He got legal issues.
El chileno también, he's injured.
Diego Valdez
is injured. So,
but to be honest with you, even so, out of those that are going to come back, that was maybe three, like Lichnowsky, Cáceres, Valdez.
Right.
Brian Rodriguez is not going to. That was
okay. Y se les fue también Quiñones.
So no, but I'm saying who's coming back? Three.
Yes. Correct.
That como que para mí no me da que
excusa, ¿verdad?
No, como que, no, the other way around. Como que a mí no me da que está muy lleno el plantel.
Correct, yeah. So we need another left back porque se nos fue el Salvador Reyes.
Chava Reyes left.
León.
Yeah.
And we lost Quiñones. So that left side, no tenemos alternativas.
Yeah.
Con el Brian Rodriguez also leaving.
Yeah.
So we need to get somebody who's good on that left side. And competición para el Chicote.
Yep. So Lara played this week.
Right, as a right back.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the right back, we got Salvador Reyes, Israel Reyes.
Yep.
So he's got to come back as well that we didn't mention.
Is he injured or where?
No, he's just on vacation because he's
just... Puta madre, cabrón.
Igual con Lichnowsky, right? Chile got knocked out in the group.
So Mexico got knocked out 2 months ago. God damn. And they were right here in San Diego.
Okay, cabrón. Pero hay pieces that haven't came back, and then there's not enough depth right now tampoco.
Yeah, para mí le faltan unos dos o tres
to
be what I would assume America would start the season.
Right, and then Dil Rosun is not doing digamos, ese güey es el que nos va a llevar.
Pues cuando.
Right, so there's just a lot of little pieces. The core is there, right? You have Jonathan Fidalgo, El Cachorro,
El Cachorro.
The other center back, center mid.
Cachorro, Sanchez.
Yes.
Yeah.
Henry Martin is there. Ramon Juarez, who played the final, was there.
I mean, they have enough, but I'm sure even in their brains, they're like, bro, we're thin.
Yes. And to be fair, this Atlético San Luis se miró que está trabajado.
Está fuerte, it's not full. Klimovic is like coming in hot.
Banger, and he's coming in hot.
The last 2 seasons, they've been like, all right, wey, prendele. Like, your dad was a professional Liga MX. Like, vámonos, come on, a qué hora? And this game turned it on.
Yeah, which is good for him. So it's just, también es the first week, so you got all these players, trying to get back into it as well.
Yeah. So that's what we say, right? The first one, maybe it's a throwout match. But in a season where you have 17 games, está cabrón los throwout matches. Yeah. And then if Jardinel leaves, va a estar hasta más cabrón.
He just got signed a new contract también, so I don't know. Release clause, ¿cuánto va a ser ahí?
I saw a list of coaches that were rumored to Brazil, and he's not on it, but he's been rumored on like Twitter.
Who's on it?
Remember Luis Felipe from the player from Atletico Madrid, apparently retired and might coach.
He's in the Brazilian league somewhere coaching.
Yeah.
Nice. The guy with the long.
From Atletico Madrid.
¿Cómo se llamaba? Ludueña. No.
No sé, Landro Augusto.
Ese man. Fucking shit, bro.
There's that fool. What's that fool's name? I'm gonna get it wrong, but it wasn't Duda. No. I was gonna call him Dengue. No, I forgot what his name is, but no,
Dunga.
I was gonna call him pinche Dengue like the fucking cola.
I know, chill, bro. I know Brazil, but chill.
No, it's pinche.
He was a player in like the 90s.
Yeah,
and then he became coach. I think he coached the national team for like a couple years, and then they want him back.
Yeah, it was them two, and then I forgot who the other one was. But
interesting.
Like, I mean, I think it's being called out ferociously in Brazil that they need better, more advanced coaches worldwide, because I mean they're doing good in Brazil.
I follow a Brazilian TikToker, a Brazilian American. He dice que Brazil's going through an identity crisis. They don't know if they want to keep the Joga Bonito or if they are going to do more in a European style. And that's where you get these clashes.
That's tough.
What exactly are we doing?
But that's the thing, también, like, and if you're going through an identity crisis, but you have no renowned coaches in these big top countries, everybody's if you're South or North American, you're Argentino.
Yeah.
Pochettino and fucking ¿quién más está ahí? Al Cholo Simeone. All these fools, right? Matias Almeida, lower division, but that's my homie. But I mean, there's no Mexicans out there. There's no.
Sampaoli was in Napoli también.
Yeah, there's not that many Brasileños. I don't know if it's, I don't know, the language barrier, because they speak Spanish good enough for all the other Latino players, but I don't know. No se ve tanto.
Yeah. Chile had Gareca. Uruguay has Bielsa.
Puro Argentino. And I'm pretty sure Brazil is like very like stuck with it that it's got to be a Brasileño.
Yeah.
And it's got to be like definitely not Argentino.
Definitely not.
But that it's the tough thing, because they're also the country with the different language, right? So
maybe they should get a Portuguese. Who's a good Portuguese coach? Ahorita no hay tampoco.
Mourinho.
Oh, that's a good shout. He just signed with Fenerbahce.
Yeah. A good Portuguese coach would be good. I think that maybe wouldn't break too many rules. Like Caixinha.
What's that guy that had Wolves?
Nuno Espíritu Santo. Dios me perdone.
Ese mero.
Nuno.
Ese is in tune with
Nuno, Padre nuestro que me estás en el cielo.
Hay muchos portugueses. Maybe.
He's Portuguese? That fool looks like Brazilian, no?
No, he's Portuguese.
Pues llévenselo.
O que se lleven al cabrón de un tal Toluca. What's his name?
Renato Paiva.
Ese mero.
Renato Paiva. Pues sí, pues hay gente, hay talento.
Hay talento.
Yeah, hopefully I'm wishing for the best for Brazilian footy. All right, folks.
Damn, 84th minute. I was going to see if we had a final whistle, but not yet.
¿Uno cero todavía?
Todavía.
Agárrense, pinche Colombia.
Parce.
Bro, I'm going to fucking scream for Colombia. I'm so happy. I'm looking. Yo, your agenda is cooked because you want it. And my agenda is so live because I said
England and Argentina.
Yeah, but then I also said that Marcelo Bielsa ball was going to tire out. It wouldn't last.
Dang. We got to rewatch this Colombia game and see if that was really the cause.
I don't know. Quién sabe, no. But Colombia's they're just cooking. All right, Cesar, games to watch. Let's go.
We got the Copa America final. We have Argentina against Colombia. Can Messi and company defend their Copa America title against a Colombia who's coming in hot?
I got the Euro final on Sunday. I got Spain versus England. I predicted that England's going to bring it on home. Let's see if they can against this super Spain squad, or we'll see if Rodri is just inevitable and he'll keep winning.
And we also got Tigres against America, midweek doubleheader for Liga MX. Can these two powerhouses deliver a great game? And will one of these be the finalist of Liga MX this season?
Let's go. I got León versus Pachuca in that Grupo Pachuca Bowl. Both of these teams are already solidified in the Club World Cup going. Let's see who comes into the start of the season stronger.
And in the MLS, we got Portland against Real Salt Lake. Diego Luna is having a breakout season and will probably continue to kill it and prove to everybody that he was wrongfully let out of the U.S. men's national team Olympic squad.
I got a repeat of the 2023 MLS Cup final. I got Columbus versus LAFC. We'll see if this LAFC squad can stay at the top of the Western side and just keep cooking. All right, folks, that's all that we had for you. Like we always say, follow us on all social medias. We're really pushing now. I'm back from vacay, so we're about to keep pumping. Let us know what you guys want to hear and see more of. We hope to give you guys some more live content, some more stuff that you guys can enjoy, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Peace.
Peace, folks.